All right, so it's July 23rd, 2026. I just ran into my goddamn screen. Goddamn, you know how you have a deck or if you have a screen? I just ran to the goddamn screen door. What I'm trying to tell y'all is I'm sitting up here, I'm grilling, and it's my solar return. So we're over at the death of a dynasty over women at Cartender 3595 channel. Okay, and let's see. Here they posted it on July 21st, 2026. All right, and as you can see right here, we got Dame Dash inside the thumbnail. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on over to you. This is new in my algorithm, so shout out to you at Cartender 3595. You made it in my algorithm. Hey Leos, happy solar return. May we always rise. I love everyone. Let's get into it. Hold on, y'all. Boom.
The same hat that everybody's wearing. Exactly. So it was like,
Oh my God. We back.
all right, too much Yankee, man. Pause. Now it's a pause. It made me so. It was like, why so? I don't know. And then also it's like, it just seemed very obvious that the hair thing really f***ed with him, because he had, a scripted Beyonce in his hair twice. First of all, my girl doesn't ever cut my hair. You got to get a shape up. I'm not getting no haircut in the bleachers with no mirrors. Like, who does that? So why is it that you keep flexing this girl? Like, we know that's your girl. God damn. We know she's your girl. That's been what it's been the whole time. It's okay, you with Beyonce. I bet. She cut your hair, she touches you and all that. It doesn't look real. Pause. It just looks cringe because it's so unnatural. It would have been better in a barbershop, but we don't even go to the barbershop. We always have a barber come to us. You know what I mean? Like, my girl doesn't do my hair. I don't let her do my shape up and no shit like that. There's no razors, there's no mirror. It just was very unrealistic. It's very contrived. It's just, I wouldn't have done that. Like, it just, Rockefeller, I'm not saying that people aren't supposed to evolve, but when you watch, like, Batman now, you still want to see Batman with the good uniform and the good car, and you still want Batman crispy. Rockefeller was Batman. We were that man.
We're back. We're back. We are back. We are back. Men and women, relationships, situations, right? So it's another guy that I listen to sometimes called Choke No Joke. And like I said, you shout these guys out and give them credit because they were, like I said, even with Dane, the architects of, and part of, maybe No Joke, not so much, but guys who are around and in the inner circle of Rockefeller from back once when. And so you can't discredit what they're saying, but you listen to the stories because of course, these guys are making good money now telling these 20, 30, sometimes 40-year-old stories. And I'm not going to knock it necessarily because guess what? There's a lot of guys, a lot of mafia guys and old Italian mob guys who are now recirculating and telling some of their stories. So, when people, it's people's lives. So they have the opportunity to do it. But Choke No Joke made an interesting comment before, and like I always say, we're gonna make it.
The fuck? Hold on. All right, y'all. We back.
Relative to our lives, said that.
Matter of fact, let me
once again, as I
rewind
just
it.
said, and so you can't discredit what they're saying, but you listen to the stories because of course, these guys are making good money now telling these 20, 30, sometimes 40-year-old stories. And I'm not going to knock it necessarily because guess what? There's a lot of guys, a lot of mafia guys and old Italian mob guys who are now recirculating and telling some of their stories. So, when people, it's people's lives. So they have the opportunity to do it. But Choke No Joke made an interesting comment before. And like I always say, we're going to make it relative to our lives. Said that, because once again, as I just said, the talent is always going to be the talent. So allegedly, Aaliyah was messing with Jay-Z first. And then Dame came and then started messing with Aaliyah because I guess Jay was juggling women. Then allegedly Jay was messing with Rachel Roy,
Confirmation.
who is his, I think, one or two of Dame Dash's kids' mother, and actually his ex-wife. But allegedly Jay-Z was messing with her before Dame, which prompted the Beyonce Becky with the good hair. Now, we'll never ever get to the bottom of this, but Choke No Joke was close enough, so we're just going to take his telling of these stories. And then at one point they're saying that Dame even tried Beyonce. Wow. So I want to say and present to you, is it jealousy? Like, have you ever felt jealous over one of your man's girls? Now, listen, back in the day, what it was, and coming up in the 80s and 90s, there was a certain code where, do people always do stuff behind people's backs? Of course. None of us are not guilty of that. But what I'm saying is that there was still this thing where if you deal with her, especially if that's your girl, I'm not going to go deal with her. As a matter of fact, if we're in a club together and I see you talking to her and you get her number, at least for that night, I'm backing off. I don't want it because we came here together, and I don't know where that might lead with you and homegirl. But if I'm going biting your back out while we're both in the same bar or back in the day club, then what's that say about us? What kind of affront does that show us?
Facts.
But those were rules that we kind of used to live by. I'm not saying that everybody was 100 on them, but we were pretty darn close. And what happens is when you have those kind of rules, you don't have a bunch of different run-ins where somebody shows up and you're like, what? Where you come from? I'll give you an example. So I had this one job, and so we were working, and I had gotten cool with one of the brothers, and I'm like real cool. So we would always go out and everything. And one of the young ladies I was seeing at the time, and I love, rest in peace, that I was seeing at the time, she would hang out over at the house a lot, and we'd be kicking it or whatever. And I really started to like her or whatever. And so she's downstairs frying me up some chicken, making some yard bird. So the homies come over, they say, hey, look, man, we're going to come through. We got some drinks, we got some smoke. We're going to kick it, then we're going to go out. Because, when you're in your 20s, this is what you do, right? So they come over, we sitting chilling, everybody's laughing. She don't made chicken and some other stuff. And then she was like, yeah, I'm going to go back upstairs in the room, and I'm just going to chill because, all y'all, it's the guys now. It was like 4 of us. And, I'm like, all right, cool. And maybe about a week goes past, and because like I said, mostly job homies, and so I get a call on my day off. So I'm chilling, and they like, yo, G, guess what? I was like, what's up? And they was like, yo, man, are you taking Shorty personal? That's how we always say it. You taking Shorty personal that made the chicken at the house? I said, well, I guess I am. She making chicken in the house, right? Nah, but you gotta ask. So he proceeds to tell me, yeah, man, because you my man. And I just want to tell you, there's somebody else here at the job who, saying that they, was knocking that off. I said, what? What? Not knocking who off? They were like, yo, man, is her name da-da-da-da-da-da? And then she da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, yeah. And she lives still da-da-da-da-da. And she drives da-da-da-da-da.
Who?
And so as you can imagine, I was pissed off, man. I was pissed off. And what it made me do, it caused a chain reaction in me where the guy who she had dealt with explained everything to me. Now, you guys out there tell me, he says to me it was only a one night stand type of thing. So am I supposed to feel better about this, or would I have hoped that he would have lied and said that they had a relationship? Either way, it was already cooked. So he was trying to explain it to me, and I'm gonna tell you, one of the biggest things that hurt me about it, I still probably would have been upset about it because I knew he knew, but he went and told other people at the job before he came and told me.
Facts. That's hurtful.
That was part one. The second part was, I said to her, yo, like, what's good with you? Oh, nothing. Yeah, there was some good chicken you made last night. Yo, check this out. You effing this boy? Who are you talking about?
Oh, nah.
The one that was down in the house with the black shorts on and the black shirt with the Jordans?
Nah, who?
Yeah, him.
Describes him.
Well,
Allegedly.
we had a thing only one time, so I'm already thinking in my mind, oh, he don't already call her, she don't call him, and they don't talked about and discussed how they gonna work this plan. I guess out of respect for me. But what wound up happening was, I later on cut my friendship off with him, which who knows was right or wrong, but when you're young, you in your head and in your heart. And I eventually, cut stuff off with her. It went on for a little while, then we wound up, going our separate ways anyway. But women and men relationships, especially when it comes to friends, I don't care what anybody says. People could say it's G, it ain't G, it's whatever. It is hard, especially if a man likes a woman. It is hard for him to be able to go on knowing that his man's already dealt with her.
Facts.
So in a situation like this with Dame, if he has constantly been pursuing these women after Jay, when both of you guys are rich, they're a gazillion women. But you have some guy, and I've worked with guys like this before. They find out that you messing with somebody, then the next thing you know, they talking to him or they messing with him, almost like to say, what you don't think, dog, that what do you think now she's in your league because she's dealing with me? Like, bro, you don't know what's going on over here.
Facts.
You don't know the top tier thinking that's up here.
Happy solo
And you don't know how I'm
return to
putting
me.
it down. But you'll have people that do these things. You'll have men that have this insatiable urge to want to go behind other men. And this is allegedly the last and final straw that wound up broken, according to Choke No Joke, that broke up Rockefeller, was because Dame was trying to get with Beyonce. Like I said, even over likes on Instagram, on any other socials, and doing things like that. A part of you protecting your man's is making sure that you protect and value his relationship, especially his close romantic relationships or relationship,
in the fridge,
or even if it's one of his other side, whatever's going on. You gotta, as your homie, be like, yo, I'm not doing that. Now, like I said, we all fall short. Hopefully we get up. But you can't make a regular practice out of doing it. And I think that is what, it sounds plausible. Like I said, you check out the video clip before that I put on there and you see what you say. Because it's just weird. Dame is doing a little bit too much in my estimation, talking about Beyonce brushing his hair, combing his hair, and all that other kind of stuff. That's his wife, dog. They can do whatever they want to do. And it sounds like you hating because he getting his hair brushed in Yankee Stadium and you're sitting at home not getting anything done. But we don't get into that because that's your wife and that's your situation. But it sounds like hate. But hopefully my Tarian brother will get over it. May babies, we get over it. We hold grudges for a while. You know what I mean? And hopefully Dame is getting good money. Good money. From the Art of Dialogue, Cam Capone News, and some of these other outlets for continuing to bash his former close friend slash business partner, Jay-Z. But tell me what you think. If you see your man talking to a girl, or they he has dealt with her in the past, do you now go and jump on her? Is there time limits? Is there a rule? You tell me what you think in the comments. And while you're thinking about that, just let me know if you love to live life. Don't let life live you.
Okay, so
When a patient first recognizes that she is pregnant, she will call our office. We will bring them in to confirm pregnancy, and then we start.
okay, y'all. So that was at Cartender. We're gonna go
Same
on
hat
over
that
to the
everybody's
channel.
wearing.
We're gonna
Exactly.
pause that there. All right, y'all. So again, it's my solar return, July 23rd, and I'm also grilling. I'm trying to cut up some fruit. I'm doing a whole lot. So mind you, I'm new to reacting to videos, so I apologize for any and all interruptions. However, let's go on over to Cartender's channel here. New to my algorithm, Cartender says, having real conversations about everyday life and enjoying the journey. Been active since 2021, so I consider that fairly new. Okay, especially after 2020, it's like a lot of people joined in. Let's see here. Let's go on over to videos here. And to the videos, we got, have you dated a bozo like Britney says? Wow. The death of a dynasty over women. We just watched that. Was Dame ever a real friend of Jay-Z? Okay, so again, like I said during the video, a lot of folks that react, they will show their allegiance to whoever. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about Dame Dash. I don't give a fuck about Jay-Z. Confirmation. I give a fuck about truth being revealed. You understand what I'm saying? They're all in the same sort of systems, right? So I don't show my pledge of allegiance to any of them. However, Cartender is definitely boggling your mind with that question. Was Dame ever a real friend of Jay-Z? You know, and that's a great question. Was Jay-Z ever a real friend of Dame? You can flip-flop that question as well. And make sure you comment under his videos if you tap in, okay? Big ticker. A toxic will destroy your image. So, for sure, definitely with that. But this just seems like it's a lot of directed, let's see, court says mama's baby, daddy's maybe. So if you want to check into something like that, do mothers weaponize children, corrupting children to destroy fathers? Yeah, this is a lot of, got the red tie on there. Let's see here. Hey, Cartender, how you doing, beloved? What's up, love? How you doing, beloved? Where you from? What's this? I can't tap on that. I'm not going to subscribe because, again, if you pop up in my algorithm again, hey, I might watch a video. They have 544 subscribers on their way to 1,000. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But however, they popped up in my algorithm for whatever reason. And I was intrigued into that, the death of a dynasty over women. However, I did kind of lose my train of thought. Maybe because it's my solo return. Also, maybe because it was a lot of judgmental comments. And I'm not one to just look at one side. I'm one to look at overall. Even the person that's hosting. And for some of these creators out here, I'll keep you in my algorithm, right? Like a ball of yarn. I'm a big ass lion, a fucking roar, right? I'm a Leo. So I'll keep some of you in my algorithm. I'll hype you up, all that good shit. But I'm actually observing all of you, right? I'm not just checking out who you are on YouTube. I'm going a little bit beyond that. And then when I see the outcome of a lot of stories, I be like, oh shit. So anyway, if you're interested, always go with your own intuition, right? I'm Damika. I do what I want to do. You're whoever you are tapping into this video. If you're interested in Cartender's type of algorithm, definitely tap in. They're on their way to 1,000. You dig what I'm saying? It took me a year to get to 1,000. So shout out to Cartender. Keep pushing whatever you're doing and stand on whatever you're doing. Just because someone has a different point of view doesn't mean you shouldn't stand on whatever you're doing. But if you happen to have a different point of view, definitely stand on that as well. So since we're here, let's go on over my channel. And here's my videos here. And then you can go on, tap on the video channel. And right now we have premiering today. That's already premiered. Steve Harvey pledges his allegiance to who? Click on that video and you'll find out. I know you fucking lying. CERN's LHC shutdown is just a cover-up for what? Click on that video. You'll find out. Is Black Boy Max pushing the zesty agenda? Click on that video. You'll find out. If you're into tarot divination, click on my live videos. Those are the most recent ones, but you can also go to the playlist and click on that tab, just like I just did. And you'll see a bunch of tabs here. If you just want to go ahead and get a prayer divination, click on hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Prayers. If you would like zodiac, astronomy, anything like that, click on hashtag Lost Souls Zodiacs and you'll fuck around and find out things like this. Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, all y'all. What's good, fire signs? What's good, water signs? What's good, earth signs? What's good, air signs? But I also be going into retrogrades and all types of constellations. Tap into that zodiac tarot. But if you just want general tarot and you just want to get to the nitty gritty, I also have a family section. Family, can you trust them? And then I also have the hashtag Lost Souls Tarot section. And it's over 241 videos there that I just added to this playlist. And I still got a bunch more. So yeah, pick your poison and dive in. Again, it's my solar return. And it's the beginning of all solar returns for us Leos as we revolve around all planes, but y'all call them planets. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially that motherfucking darkness because of dark matter. I love you.